Hello, young man. I'm glad you're here to listen. Because today we're going to talk about a very important topic. One that can change your life for the better. You see, being a detective is not just about solving mysteries and fighting crime. It's about understanding people. It's about understanding the world around you. And it's about being able to make a difference in that world. And I'm not just talking about being a superhero like me. I'm talking about being a force for good in your own community, in your own life. Now, I know that sometimes it can be difficult to know where to start, to know how to make a difference. But that's exactly what we're going to explore today. We're going to talk about the importance of self-awareness, of understanding your own strengths and weaknesses, and of using those strengths to help others. We're going to talk about the value of empathy, of being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes and understand their perspective. And we're going to talk about the power of action, of taking what you've learned and using it to make a positive impact on the world. You see, being a detective is not just about gathering clues and solving puzzles. It's about understanding the bigger picture. It's about understanding how everything is connected. And it's about using that understanding to create positive change. And I'm not just talking about big, grand changes. I'm talking about the small, everyday actions that can add up to make a big difference. For example, let's say you're walking down the street and you see someone who is struggling to carry their groceries. You could just keep walking, or you could stop and offer to help. That's a small action, but it can make a big difference to that person. Or let's say you're at work and you see a colleague who is struggling with a project. You could just focus on your own work, or you could offer to help them out. That's another small action, but it can make a big difference to that person. And it's not just about helping others. It's also about being aware of your own impact on the world. For example, let's say you're buying a new product and you're considering the environmental impact of that purchase. You could just buy the product without thinking about it. Or you could take the time to research and find a more sustainable option. That's a small action, but it can add up to make a big difference. Now, I know that it can be overwhelming to think about all the ways you can make a difference. But that's exactly why we need to start small. We need to start with the things that are right in front of us, the things that we can control, and then we can build from there. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to break down the process of making a difference into smaller, manageable steps, and we're going to explore each of those steps in detail. So let's get started. The first step is to become more aware of yourself and your surroundings. This means paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and actions, and it means paying attention to the world around you. It means noticing the people, the places, and the things that are in your life. And it means considering how you can use your strengths to make a positive impact on those things. The second step is to identify areas where you can make a difference. This might be in your community. It might be in your workplace, or it might be in your personal relationships. Wherever it is, the key is to find areas where you can use your strengths to make a positive impact. And don't be afraid to think outside the box, to consider new and creative ways to make a difference. The third step is to take action. This means using the knowledge and skills you have to make a positive impact on the world. It means being brave, being bold, and being willing to take risks. And it means being patient, being persistent, and being willing to learn from your mistakes. Now, I know that all of this can seem overwhelming, but that's exactly why we need to break it down into smaller steps. We need to focus on one thing at a time, and we need to be patient with ourselves as we work through the process. And most importantly, we need to remember that making a difference is a journey, not a destination. It's not something that we achieve overnight. It's something that we work towards every day. And if you feel like you're not making progress, don't worry. Just keep moving forward. one step at a time. And don't be afraid to ask for help along the way. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or a professional, there are people who can support you and guide you as you work to make a difference. In fact, that's one of the most important things I've learned as a detective. It's not just about solving the mystery, it's about working with others to get the job done. And it's not just about being a hero, it's about being a team player. Because when we work together, we can accomplish so much more than we can alone. Now I want to leave you with a challenge today. I want to challenge you to take one small action to make a difference in the world. It could be something as simple as holding the door open for someone. Or it could be something more complex, like volunteering your time or donating to a cause you care about. Whatever it is, the key is to take that first step, and then to keep moving forward from there. And if you feel like you're not sure where to start, don't worry. Just start by paying attention to the world around you, and look for opportunities to make a positive impact. You might be surprised at how many opportunities there are, and you might be surprised at how much of a difference you can make. In conclusion, making a difference is a journey, not a destination. It's a process that takes time, effort, and patience, but it's also a process that can be incredibly rewarding. So I encourage you to take that first step today and to keep moving forward from there. And remember, every small action counts and every person can make a difference. And if you feel this talk helpful, don't forget like and subscribe. And if you want to be a more grateful person, you can donate on the Patreon account. Link on description. See you soon, friend.